the pain of being taken for granted. There's a special kind of hurt that comes from being taken for granted. It's not just the feeling of being overlooked. It's the quiet erosion of your spirit when those you care about fail to see your value. You gave your time, your energy, your love freely, expecting nothing but respect and appreciation in return. Instead, you found yourself invisible, your efforts dismissed, your presence barely noticed. It's like you were a background character in your own story, always there, always giving, but never truly recognized. And that pain cuts deep. It makes you question yourself. You wonder, did I do something wrong? Am I not enough? Why don't they see how much I care? These questions can spiral into doubt and insecurity, and before you know it, you start shrinking yourself, trying harder to be seen, to be appreciated, to be loved. But the truth is, this pain isn't about your worth. It's about others' inability to value you. Being taken for granted reveals a fundamental truth about relationships. They require balance. When one person gives and the other only takes, the connection becomes unhealthy and unsustainable. You deserve to be in relationships where your efforts are met with gratitude, where your love is reciprocated, and where your presence is cherished. The moment you realize you're being taken for granted is a wake-up call, a signal that something needs to change. But here's the thing, recognizing you've been taken for granted is both painful and powerful. It's painful because it means admitting that people you trusted didn't respect or value you as they should have. But it's powerful because it means you are becoming aware of your own worth. Awareness is the first step toward change. Many people stay stuck in this painful cycle because they fear losing the relationships they have. They convince themselves that tolerance and sacrifice are signs of love and loyalty. But love without respect isn't love. It's tolerance at best and emotional depletion at worst. When you allow yourself to be taken for granted, you're slowly giving away your power, your joy, and your self-respect. Imagine living a life where you are no longer invisible to those around you. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your value is recognized by yourself and by others. That's the life waiting for you when you stop accepting less than you deserve. So if you've ever felt taken for granted, know this: your feelings are valid. Your pain is real. But it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to keep you trapped. The moment you decide that your worth matters more than others' approval is the moment you reclaim your power. You have the right to demand respect. You have the right to surround yourself with people who uplift you instead of drain you. You have the right to choose yourself. And that choice, though it may feel scary, is the first step toward a life where you are no longer taken for granted. This is not just about cutting people off or walking away. It's about recognizing your value, setting boundaries, and committing to a future where your worth is never in question. It's about stepping into your power, standing tall, and saying, I matter, I deserve respect, and I choose me. The moment you wake up, the moment you truly wake up to the fact that you have been taken for granted is a turning point in your life. It might not come gently. It often hits you like a sudden wave, washing away old illusions and forcing you to face a painful truth. But once that awakening happens, nothing can ever be the same again. Before this moment, you may have spent years trying to prove your worth to others. You gave more than you received, bent over backward to please people who barely noticed, and sacrificed your own happiness to keep others comfortable. You made excuses for their behavior, hoping they would eventually see how amazing you are. You convinced yourself that patience and persistence would win the day. But deep down, you felt that gnawing dissatisfaction, the quiet voice telling you that something wasn't right. Then one day, that voice gets loud enough. It shakes you awake. You stop making excuses for those who consistently dismiss you. You stop minimizing your feelings. You realize that no amount of giving will change how some people treat you. And that's not your fault. The awakening is not about blaming others. It's about reclaiming your power by recognizing the reality of your situation. This moment of clarity is painful because it forces you to confront uncomfortable emotions, disappointment, sadness, even anger. But it is also incredibly freeing. It's the first step toward liberation. You begin to see yourself through new eyes, no longer as someone desperate for approval, but as someone worthy of respect simply because you exist. Once you wake up, you stop shrinking yourself to fit into the mold others have created for you. You stop apologizing for your needs, your boundaries, and your desire for respect. You realize that your value is not dependent on others' validation. You learn that true worth comes from within. Waking up means you start asking yourself powerful questions. What if I chose myself instead of waiting for others to choose me? What if I stopped trying to earn love and started giving it to myself? What if I prioritized my happiness, my peace, and my growth above the opinions of those who took me for granted? These questions spark a revolution inside you. They inspire you to take action, to set boundaries, and to walk away from what no longer serves you. They encourage you to invest in yourself and build a life where you are the priority. The moment you wake up is the moment you stop being a victim of neglect or disrespect. It's when you step into the role of your own hero. It's when you decide that your time, your energy, and your heart deserve better, because they do. So when that moment arrives, don't run from it. Don't numb the pain or pretend it's not happening. Embrace it fully. Let it open your eyes to a new way of living. A way where you choose yourself, unapologetically. Because once you choose yourself, you'll never settle for being taken for granted again. Choosing yourself is not selfish. When you decide to choose yourself after being taken for granted, one of the biggest hurdles you might face is feeling guilty. You might wonder, am I being selfish for putting myself first? Am I abandoning those who once depended on me? These feelings are common, but here's a truth you need to hear loud and clear. Choosing yourself is not selfish, it's essential. For too long you've been pouring your love, time, and energy into people who didn't appreciate it. You gave without boundaries. You sacrificed your happiness for the sake of others, and you tolerated disrespect because you believed that's what love or loyalty meant. But love, true love, never asks you to lose yourself. Choosing yourself means recognizing that your needs, your feelings, and your dreams matter just as much as anyone else's. It means honoring your worth and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's not about turning your back on others. It's about creating space for healthier relationships. Relationships based on mutual respect, care, and appreciation. This choice is a radical act of self-respect. It's saying, I am worthy of kindness. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of love that uplifts me rather than drains me. When you choose yourself, you set boundaries that protect your peace and energy. You stop saying yes out of obligation or fear and start saying yes because it aligns with your well-being. Many people confuse choosing themselves with selfishness because society often teaches us to prioritize others' happiness over our own. But think about this. If you don't choose yourself, who will? If you continue to sacrifice your needs for people who take you for granted, you risk losing your sense of identity, your joy, and your inner strength. Choosing yourself doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It means you care about yourself just as much. It means you nurture your mind, body, and soul so that you can show up as your best self, not just for you, but for those who truly deserve your time and love. Imagine living a life where you no longer feel drained or undervalued. Imagine waking up every day knowing that you honor your own worth and that others respect it too. This is the power of choosing yourself. It transforms your life from one of scarcity and disappointment to one of abundance and empowerment. When you embrace this choice, you start to attract healthier people and experiences into your life because the energy you send out is one of strength, confidence, and self-love. You no longer tolerate being treated as an option or a backup plan. Instead, you command respect simply by honoring yourself first. Remember, choosing yourself is not a one-time event. It's a continuous practice. Every day, you have the opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to your own happiness and well-being. And every time you do, you build a stronger foundation for a life filled with respect, love, and genuine connection. So if you've been feeling guilty for putting yourself first, let that guilt go today. Choosing yourself is the bravest, most loving thing you can do for yourself and for those who truly matter. Because only when you choose you, can you truly show up fully and authentically in every part of your life. Setting boundaries and taking control. Once you have chosen yourself, the next vital step in reclaiming your power is setting clear boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines you draw that protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Without boundaries, you leave yourself open to being taken advantage of, ignored, or disrespected. Setting boundaries is not just about saying no to others. It's about saying yes to yourself. For too long, you may have allowed others to overstep your limits because you feared confrontation or rejection. You wanted to keep the peace, maintain relationships, or avoid hurting anyone's feelings. But the truth is, when you don't set boundaries, you send a silent message. It's okay to treat me less than I deserve. And unfortunately, many people will continue to do just that. Take, because you never made it clear what is acceptable and what is not. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love and respect. It says, I know my worth and I will not tolerate anything less. It is you taking control of your life and your relationships. Boundaries can look different for everyone. It might mean saying no to extra work when you're overwhelmed, walking away from conversations that drain you, or ending toxic relationships that chip away at your self-esteem. The power of boundaries lies in their clarity. When you clearly communicate your limits, you give others a choice: respect your boundaries or face the consequences. Sometimes those consequences mean people will push back, try to guilt you, or even walk away. But here's the powerful truth. That's okay. The right people will respect your boundaries because they value you. The wrong people will reveal themselves, and you will no longer be held hostage by their disrespect. Taking control through boundaries isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about creating a life where you thrive. Boundaries free you from exhaustion, resentment, and feeling invisible. They allow you to focus on what truly matters: your happiness, your growth, and your peace. Imagine waking up each day feeling empowered because you know exactly where your limits lie and you honor them without apology. Imagine the relief of no longer carrying the burden of other people's expectations or demands that drain your soul. That is the freedom that comes from setting boundaries. Learning to set boundaries takes practice and courage. It means having honest conversations with yourself and others. It means prioritizing your needs, even when it feels uncomfortable. But every time you enforce a boundary, you strengthen your self-respect and build a foundation for healthier relationships. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you protect your energy and honor your limits, you become a better friend, partner, and version of yourself. You attract respect and kindness because you show that you expect nothing less. So start today by identifying one area where you feel taken for granted or stretched too thin. Practice saying no, clearly and kindly. Watch how your life begins to change when you take control by setting boundaries. Choosing yourself means choosing boundaries. And through boundaries, you command the respect you deserve. Embracing your worth and walking away. Choosing yourself also means embracing your worth so fully that you are no longer willing to stay where you're undervalued or taken for granted. It means understanding that your time, energy, and love are precious, and that you deserve to invest them where they are appreciated, reciprocated, and nurtured. For far too long, you may have stayed in situations or relationships that drained you emotionally or mentally. You may have clung to hope that people would change, that things would get better, or that your efforts would eventually be recognized. But the truth is, no one can value you as much as you value yourself. No one can fill the space in your heart that you leave empty by neglecting your own worth. Embracing your worth begins with a deep internal shift. It means looking in the mirror and seeing yourself not as someone who is less than or not enough, but as someone whole, deserving, and powerful. It means silencing the negative voices that tell you to settle, to tolerate, or to keep giving without receiving. When you truly embrace your worth, you no longer feel trapped by fear of loneliness, fear of rejection, or fear of starting over. Instead, you find the courage to walk away from anything or anyone that doesn't honor your value. Walking away is one of the most empowering acts you can take. It's a declaration that you respect yourself too much to remain in a place of disrespect. Walking away doesn't mean you are weak or that you give up easily. On the contrary, it takes tremendous strength and self-awareness. It's a sign that you've grown, learned, and chosen your peace over pain. It's saying, I refuse to be anyone's second choice. I refuse to be treated like an option. I choose to step into my own power. This choice can be scary. You may worry about what others will think or how your life will change. But remember, growth rarely happens in comfort zones. The discomfort you feel now is temporary. What lies ahead is a life built on respect, love, and genuine connection. When you walk away from people or situations that take you for granted, you open the door for better things to enter your life. You make space for relationships that uplift you, opportunities that excite you, and experiences that enrich you. You align yourself with people who see your true worth and treat you accordingly. It's important to remind yourself that walking away is not about revenge or bitterness. It's about self-preservation and growth. It's about choosing a life where you are celebrated, not tolerated. It's about honoring the incredible person you are becoming. So if you find yourself stuck in a place where you're taken for granted, start by embracing your worth today. Speak kindly to yourself. Remind yourself that you deserve better. And when the time feels right, have the courage to walk away. Because sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to choose peace over pain, respect over neglect, and love over loneliness. You took the first step by choosing yourself. Now take the next. Embrace your worth, walk away from what no longer serves you, and step boldly into the life you deserve. Rebuilding your confidence and self-love. After you've made the brave decision to choose yourself and walk away from those who took you for granted, the next important step is rebuilding your confidence and self-love. This phase is a critical part of your transformation. It's where you nurture your inner strength and remind yourself of your true value every single day. When you've been undervalued or overlooked, it's natural for your confidence to take a hit. You might feel unsure, question your worth, or doubt whether you deserve better. These feelings are normal, but they don't define you. What defines you is how you respond, how you choose to rise, heal, and rebuild from within. Rebuilding confidence starts with small, consistent actions that reinforce your self-worth. Begin by celebrating your wins, no matter how small they seem. Did you set a boundary today? Did you say no when you usually would say yes? Did you spend time doing something that nourishes your soul? These moments matter because they are proof that you are choosing yourself and growing stronger. Self-love is the foundation of confidence. It means treating yourself with kindness, patience, and respect. It's about acknowledging your imperfections and embracing them as part of your unique story. Self-love means speaking to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend who's hurting. It's replacing harsh criticism with gentle encouragement. One powerful way to rebuild your self-love is by creating positive daily rituals. This could be writing down 3 things you love about yourself each morning, practicing mindfulness or meditation to center your thoughts, or simply reminding yourself that you are enough just as you are. Over time, these rituals rewire your brain to focus on your strengths instead of your perceived flaws. Another crucial part of rebuilding confidence is surrounding yourself with positive influences. Seek out people who uplift you, encourage your growth, and celebrate your victories. Distance yourself from negativity and those who doubt your potential. Remember, your environment plays a huge role in how you see yourself. Visualize the person you want to become: confident, self-assured, and at peace with your choices. Picture how that version of you carries herself, speaks, and interacts with the world. Hold that vision close and let it guide your actions. Every step you take toward that vision is a step away from the pain of being taken for granted. Remember, rebuilding your confidence and self-love is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when doubt creeps in or old habits try to pull you back. That's okay. What matters is that you keep choosing yourself, keep showing up, and keep believing in your worth. You are not defined by how others treated you. You are defined by how fiercely you choose to love and respect yourself moving forward. Each day you invest in rebuilding your confidence is a victory over the past and a powerful statement that you are ready for better. So, be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never forget, you are worthy, you are capable, and the love and respect you've been searching for start with you. Cultivating inner strength and resilience. Choosing yourself and walking away from those who took you for granted is a courageous act, but it is just the beginning. To truly thrive, you must cultivate inner strength and resilience. These qualities will become your armor and your foundation as you navigate life's challenges and protect your newfound self-respect. Inner strength isn't about being tough or emotionless. It's about knowing who you are at your core, standing firm in your values, and trusting your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. It's the calm in the storm, the voice that says, "I can handle this," even when the world feels uncertain. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from pain, and to keep moving forward despite obstacles. When you've been taken for granted, resilience helps you heal faster and grow wiser. It allows you to see hardships not as defeats, but as opportunities for transformation. Building inner strength and resilience begins with mindset. Shift your perspective from victim to victor. Instead of focusing on what you lost or how you were mistreated, focus on what you have gained: clarity, freedom, and the power to choose yourself. This mental shift fuels your courage and empowers you to write your own story. One way to strengthen resilience is by embracing challenges as lessons. Every difficulty you face can teach you something valuable about yourself and life. Maybe it's learning how to communicate your needs better, recognizing red flags earlier, or simply discovering how strong you truly are. When you see challenges as growth opportunities, you begin to welcome them instead of fearing them. Another essential part of cultivating resilience is practicing self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself during moments of doubt or pain. Understand that healing is not linear. There will be good days and hard days. Allow yourself to feel, process, and rest when needed. This kindness towards yourself replenishes your spirit and renews your strength. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your growth and uplift your spirit. Build a tribe that believes in your worth and your journey. Their support will remind you that you are not alone and that resilience is often built through connection. Daily habits also play a huge role in fortifying your inner strength. This could include journaling to reflect on your progress, meditating to center your thoughts, exercising to boost your energy, or setting small goals that keep you motivated. These consistent practices remind your mind and body that you are capable and worthy of respect. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding pain or pretending everything is okay. It's about facing life head-on with courage and grace, knowing that you will come out stronger on the other side. You have already shown immense bravery by choosing yourself and refusing to be taken for granted any longer. Now, it's time to nurture that bravery, strengthen your spirit, and stand tall in your truth. Life may still challenge you, but with inner strength and resilience, you will not only survive, you will thrive. Keep believing in your power, keep trusting your journey, because the best chapters of your life are still ahead, written by the person who chose herself first, living your truth and inspiring others. Now that you have chosen yourself, embrace your worth, rebuilt your confidence, and cultivated inner strength and resilience, it's time for the final, most powerful step, living your truth unapologetically and inspiring others to do the same. Living your truth means being fully authentic in every area of your life. It means showing up as the real you, with your strengths, your vulnerabilities, your dreams, and your boundaries clearly defined. No more hiding who you are to please others or shrinking yourself to fit their expectations. You are free to live as the person you were always meant to be. When you live your truth, you set a powerful example for others around you. You show them that self-respect and self-love are not just ideas, but daily practices that lead to freedom and fulfillment. Your courage becomes a beacon, lighting the way for those who may still be stuck in the shadows of being taken for granted. This journey of choosing yourself transforms not only your life but also the lives of others. People begin to see what's possible when you refuse to settle, when you stand firm in your worth, and when you prioritize your peace over pleasing others. You inspire others to believe that they too can take back control of their lives and step into their power. Living your truth also means speaking up and setting boundaries without guilt. It means saying no to things that no longer serve you and yes to opportunities that align with your values. This clarity in your actions commands respect naturally. People begin to treat you differently, with more care, attention, and appreciation, because you have shown them how to respect you. Remember, the world needs your authentic self. Your experiences, your lessons, and your voice are important. When you embrace who you truly are, you contribute to a more honest, compassionate, and empowered world. Your story can become a source of healing and motivation for others who are struggling to find their own strength. Don't be afraid to share your journey. Vulnerability is a powerful tool that connects people. When you openly share how you were taken for granted, but chose yourself instead, you give others permission to do the same. You break the cycle of neglect and silence, creating a ripple effect of self-respect and empowerment. Living your truth is an ongoing process. It requires constant reflection and courage to stay aligned with your values as you grow and evolve. But every step you take in authenticity is a victory over the past, a declaration that you will no longer accept anything less than what you deserve. So stand tall in your truth, celebrate your journey, let your life be a testament to the power of choosing yourself. Inspire others, not just with words, but through the way you live, boldly, unapologetically, and with unwavering self-respect. You are no longer someone who is taken for granted. You are a force of nature who commands respect simply by being yourself. And that is the greatest gift you can give to the world, the gift of courage, truth, and love. Take a moment to reflect on just how far you've come. You started in a place where others took you for granted, where your worth was overlooked, your feelings minimized, and your presence undervalued. That chapter was painful, yes, but it was not the end of your story, because you made a choice. You chose yourself. Choosing yourself is one of the most powerful decisions you will ever make. It means you stop seeking validation from those who never truly saw you, and instead you looked inward to recognize your own value. You realize that your self-worth is not dependent on how others treat you, but on how you treat yourself. This realization is freedom. Freedom to live on your own terms, to demand respect, and to set boundaries that protect your peace. Remember, choosing yourself doesn't mean you're selfish or unkind. It means you are wise enough to prioritize your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It means you understand that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that self-love is not optional, it's essential. Along the way, you rebuilt your confidence and self-love. You embraced your imperfections and celebrated your strengths. You surrounded yourself with positivity and let go of toxic influences that tried to keep you small. Each step was a declaration that you deserve respect, kindness, and love. First and foremost, from yourself. You cultivated inner strength and resilience. You learned to rise from setbacks, to face challenges with courage, and to treat yourself with compassion. Resilience became your armor, making you unshakable in the face of adversity. This strength ensures that no matter what life throws your way, you will always stand tall. And finally, you began living your truth unapologetically. You stopped hiding, stopped shrinking, and started shining. You inspired others by your example. By choosing yourself, you showed others that it's possible to break free from being taken for granted and step into a life filled with respect, authenticity, and purpose. This is not just your story, it's a message to anyone who feels unseen or undervalued. Your journey lights the way for those still searching for the courage to choose themselves. You are living proof that when you honor your worth, the world begins to honor it too. So now I encourage you to continue walking this path with pride and determination. Keep choosing yourself every day. Protect your peace fiercely. Speak your truth boldly. Surround yourself with love and respect. And never forget the power you hold. The power to change your life by simply choosing you. You were never meant to be taken for granted. You were born to command respect, to shine with confidence, and to live a life that reflects your true worth. The moment you chose yourself, everything changed. And from this moment forward, your life will be a testament to the strength, beauty, and power of self-love. Thank you for being here today, for embracing your journey, and for choosing yourself. Remember, you are enough, you are worthy, and the best is yet to come.